The daily video you are about to watch will require a paid subscription to WickedStocks.com beginning Tuesday, March 1st. Become a WickedStocks.com premium member to continue receiving our daily SPY report, our daily QQQ report, our weekly DIA, IWM, and Bitcoin reports. Monthly subscriptions start at $25 a month. If you're not ready to become a premium member, I encourage you to become a basic member for free, which will alert you once these analysis videos become part of our paid subscription plan on March 1st. We will continue to offer free and valuable content on YouTube, though it will not include the series of videos mentioned earlier. We hope you become a WickedStocks.com premium member. We offer a 7-day free trial, and cancellation is allowed at any time. Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily QQQ report for Thursday, February 24th, 2022. Before we look at the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like each and every time you watch content that's been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. It helps us out a great deal in being found on YouTube. The more likes you have relative to views, I think, is one of the algorithms YouTube uses a lot. Also, subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel provides you notification whenever new content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. That is to your advantage in that you'll be able to see the material when it's new, when it's relevant for the day trading or the trading ahead. Let's take a look at the QQQ. Big day on Wednesday. We did, yes, close below that long-term support today at 330.94, but we did not close below it by the 1% margin. That is a degree to which I need to see this market close below 330.94 before assuming longer-term bearish continuation. So if we close today at 327.63 or lower, the QQQ has set off a significant longer-term sell signal in greater magnitude than the one about 5 weeks ago when it closed below the 379.70 channel bottom that you can see on this chart. I will mention, and I don't know, I'm going to let you do with this as you may, but the SPY has yet to test its long-term support. It may happen today. It could happen over the next 3 to 5 days. It may not happen at all. And in fact, there is a case being made that maybe the SPY double bottoms at 420.76 into later March, and that we are in fact bottoming out presently in the QQQ at 330.94 because we've not yet closed below that line by a 1% margin. But for the sake of this argument, if we do close at 327.63 or lower today in the QQQ and get that long-term sell signal on the way down in the days ahead, the SPY will inevitably test its long-term support where it can place an annual low. And so there's a disparity here. These two don't line up perfectly. The question, of course, will be, is the QQQ sort of leading the way on a long-term sell signal? In other words, with QQQ closing below its significant support, that 327.63 level, if we close below it, maybe it's just inevitable that the SPY will also close below its long-term support, and both will continue south in tandem over the next 2 to 3 months or so. But it's also a possibility that the QQQ will put out a sell signal below 327.63, and 3 to 5 days later find support somewhere that's consistent with 403.76 to 406.38 in the SPY. So I don't want to get too deep on the intermarket relatedness here. I just wanted to put it out there. You can keep one eye on the SPY as you're trading the QQQ in the days ahead. But if I'm just looking at the QQQ chart, here's what I see. Closing below, at or below 327.63, the 1% violation of 330.94, should yield 303.86 over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Now, if you're looking at the support and resistance today, I just want to mention that if we break or open below 327.63, 315.89 is possible on an intraday basis. I have it as a 1 to 2 day target, but it could happen on an intraday basis. And then if we close below, at or below 327.63, 303.86 is a 1 to 2 week objective. That is a descending channel bottom that is descending at a pretty decent rate. In fact, it slips into the 280s over the next couple of weeks, and that is significant because the 50% downside retracement is 286.86. So yes, I'm expecting 303.86 within a 1 to 2 weeks of closing clearly below 330.94 by that 1% margin. I need to keep emphasizing that. And 303.86, a 1 to 2 week target. If the market takes its time getting down to 303.86 over the next 2 to 3 weeks, it will converge with that 286.86 50% downside retracement. And while we're looking at this chart, if we do get the long-term sell signal in the triple Q, I think over the next 2 to 3 months, we can continue all the way south to 258.70. So this is the difference between a mere correction, which we're in the midst of presently, and a bear market. Bear markets in the stock market can last for a number of months. They usually don't last for more than a half of a year. Usually inside of that, corrections usually last for a matter of several weeks to a month or two. And we're in a correction right now. It's ready, poised to tip south into an actual bear market, whereby 258.70 is then in reach by the end of the second quarter, where we can place an annual low. So that is really the big picture right there to the downside. Now to the upside, we've got some new formations here I'm going to show you. You can see them here, these channel tops, slightly descending channel tops. I'll clear everything up except for those channel tops. 366.49. That level is presently considered a 2 to 3 week target, so long as we do not get that sell signal below the 330.94 formation by the 1% margin. Once again, 327, what is the number? 327.63 today. If we close below it, we're in sell mode as we move into Q2. But until then, we are merely testing long-term support. And yes, this is bottom picking territory. Obviously, it's a little difficult to do so in this zone. It looks really heavy. We've been trading south for the last couple of weeks, but we are testing it. So if there's an area to stick your neck out right now and go long, whatever that means to you, buying the underlying, buying out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a month would be my, 365 calls, perhaps, with regard to 366.49 that don't expire for at least a month, possibly 395 calls that don't expire for at least several months, because I do think that holding below that 330.94 channel bottom, continued settlements inside the 1% zone and then back above it will keep 394.96 in reach over the next 2 to 3 months. Closing above 366.49, say, by some point in later March would accelerate that to within another 2 to 3 weeks or so. And that 394.96, just by the way, is able to contain monthly buying pressures if or when tested, and is also a meaningful upside continuation point into Q3, Q4 of this year. But I'm way ahead of myself. Let's take a look at the upside, assuming we open. Now, you can see I've got kind of 330.94 twice, and that was because I ran out of room for writing. In the top one, I say, can contain annual selling pressures, above which 366.49 likely within 2 to 3 weeks, 394.96 within several months. I just showed that. And the bottom one says closing below 330.94, and that's 327.63, the 1% margin. I expect 286.86 within 3 to 5 weeks. That is that 50% downside retracement, and that 258.70 long-term speed line within several months, which I showed earlier. Let's take a look at the upside today. You can see on the support and resistance 341.10 can contain daily buying pressures. If we close above 341.10, good weekly low, we should then short cover our way up to 356.21 within about 3 to 5 days, maybe within a day or two. You can see it right here. 341.10 is nothing more than the low settlement price in January, when we put out that low and rallied for a week or so and held into a more of a consolidated framework for the following week. And now we've obviously taken that area out. But I think it is a decent resistance for the day. It's not altogether off, Wednesday's high of 342.18. I do think if we close above 341.10, good low for the week, we should within 2 to 3 days, I'd say 356.21. That channel top you're familiar with if you've been watching the daily triple Q for the last few weeks. It's been demoted. It can contain 2 to 3 day highs, possibly weekly highs, and from there we might fall back into the low 330s again within a week or so. But it really is, as I mentioned earlier, the 366.49 level that is meaningful, and holding above continued settlements at or above 330.94, or let's just say not below 327.63, the 1% violation will keep that 366.49 in reach over the next 2 to 3 weeks quite easily, where we could top out at least on a weekly basis, possibly into later March. From there, fall back into the low 330s again within several weeks, and then closing above 366.49. I think we've actually got a good low. Well, to say there's a good Q1 low, there's about a month left in the quarter. So, yeah, 394.96 then expected within 2 to 3 more weeks, where we can top out at least on a monthly, possibly quarterly basis. I have said a lot today. I'm going to leave you with the support and resistance for today. All the minor points have been carefully chosen. For those of you who are aggressive day traders, you can have at them. They have actual meaning. I'm not suggesting you should. If you're a more methodic day trader or a swing trader, you're going to be paying attention more to those emboldened levels. You know, obviously 330.94, but above 341.10, below 315.89. Both of those levels, by the way, are potentially in reach today. If we break 327.63, we could test 315.89 intraday, given what's happening right now. And inversely, holding above 330.94 does allow 341.10 intraday. That's all I've got. Please click like each and every time you watch any Wicked Stocks analysis, and subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. And, you know, there's a few days left of the Triple Q, and then we go to a paid subscription on Tuesday of next week, March 1st. I hope you come on board. We're going to be giving a half-off coupon, so rather than $25, it'll be $12.50 for the entire month of March. I invite you to become a Wicked Stocks Premium member. I think we've got a good product that's very fairly priced, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll let you be the judge, of course, and that's all I've got. You have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow for Friday's Daily Triple Q Report.